Test. All right. There we go. A little troubleshooting. Got some thoughts to get off my chest. Happy 2025. Peace to everybody. If you're watching live or you're watching the replay, go by the name Passport Rav. And, all right. Nigga just had a birthday over the weekend. Year older. Feel blessed to see another year. Feel blessed to see 2025. I got it nice and chilly in here so I can rock my one of my favorite turtlenecks. What else? Birthday, cool. Birthday stressed me out. Maybe I'll get into that another time. I can't stop smoking grabba. I'm about to roll up. I'm a little anxious to roll up again for today for the first time. Am I trying to stop smoking grabba? It just gives me a certain punch in the throat. Pause. Just be like, pop. Like right in my throat sometimes. I'm like, I need that shit. Just fucking ease the pain of this fucking life. I'm being dramatic. But I'm happy to see another age. I'm getting older and finer. And what else? Oh, I got some dope-ass music coming out. And I plan on selling an NFC. Instead of putting my next album straight to streaming, I want to see how many of y'all really love me and support me and gonna make that purchase to get a personal NFC. NFC is the device you can put your phone right to it. You will get an exclusive website through this little device with interview. I'm going to do an interview with the producer who made all the beats. We're going to have behind the scenes footage. We're going to have pictures, exclusive pictures. Like, yeah, you're going to have first access to the album with this NFC. So we're going to see. We're going to see how many 1,700 subscribers, about 8,300 followers on Instagram. We'll see how many y'all really, really love me and want to support. So yeah, next album coming soon. But so I want to get into what's on my mind. Some polylogic. I've been more vocal and open about my thing with polyamory. Something I feel like I've been all my life, probably naturally, but more serious. And I also realize I might die on this hill. I might never find a person that will fit me. And I have to be okay with that. I have to be okay with however this outcome turns out to be, because for me, I just really kind of refuse to just be with whatever society tells us to do. That's just naturally what I feel comes natural to me, right? So I don't feel, for me especially, only having one woman is natural. I just don't think that's natural for me. So let's go into a situation that brought up a topic, because when I tell women I'm poly, they love to be like, well, you don't mind if your woman's gonna be poly too and have multiple men and this, that, and the other. And yes, it's like I could see a relationship getting to that point. I could see myself being that open. It would take a really, really, really special woman for me to accept that if you're the type that wants multiple men. I'm usually not even attracted to women that want multiple men. The women that end up being in my life are usually women that be with me by choice. They're not usually the type of women that, like, the women that be in my life long term. They're usually not the type to want multiple men. Anyway, but I just feel like some women just want to be like, oh, well, if you want multiple women, then it's a double standard. If I can't have multiple men. Let's go over some things here for some poly logic that I'm starting to understand even more. One, physically, scientifically, biologically, multiple men going inside of a woman is not conducive to the woman's body. Women aren't meant to have multiple things going, multiple different energies going inside of them, because that throws off their entire system. Their body rejects it. It reacts. It throws their pH off. It gives them a smell. It's letting them know, stop doing this because you're throwing me off. Men don't have this consequence, besides the obvious STDs and whatnot. But okay, so we'll start there. To me, it's not natural for a woman to have multiple men. It's not natural. And it is what it is. I'm not knocking women that have that, live that life, that want that life. Cool. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying biologically, it's not supposed to be that way. Because your body tells you, your body reacts. Even with condoms, even with protection, your body reacts. I've been with enough women to where I know this. Your body reacts when you get new penis, when there's something different going inside of you. So your body is meant to be monogamous. Cool. I can't. I've never truly been happy in a monogamous relationship. I'm not gonna say I wasn't happy, but like truly like feeling like I'm myself, feeling like, I have enough adequate amount of love. Yeah, I need a lot of love, and I don't believe one woman is enough to love me properly the way I'd feel secure enough, happy enough. So, situation over the weekend. Gonna get into it. Because some people would say, oh, I'm being a hypocrite because I'm poly. Now, first of all, just because you're poly, you still discuss guidelines, boundaries. What are the boundaries? I'm not a fan of men. I don't want a woman that is into men or still like all up in men's faces. And I still believe a woman's gonna do what she wants to do. She's gonna do what she wants to do anyway. But if you're kind of the type that don't know, like you're just open, and a man could game you and charm you up into exchanging your info kind of easy, it's like that would turn me off nonetheless. So a situation that happened over the weekend that caused this for me to go live right now. My partner of 24, never really official, but she's been the person I've been seeing who knows that I'm poly and knows that I'm open, to some degree, knows that I've had partners throughout our time. Love, sex partners, but she's been my main person, the entire last year or whatever. We're going through a rough spot. Cool. She still pulls up for my birthday. I'm like, cool. I think my expectations were a little bit too high. I was kind of like expecting us to be more like loving, I guess, more like together, but she has her own social angst with stuff. And cool. I'm trying to understand that just to be a friend, just to hang out and just to go out, like, it's something I'm trying to wrap my head around. So I was already kind of feeling some type of way, feeling neglected, feeling like, what is this? Like, you say you love me, but you're mad distant. She's going through her own stuff with social anxieties, all that stuff. I'm not receiving it well. Different love languages. I don't like to put the blame game on anybody. It's just different love languages. Nobody's wrong, nobody's right. It's just my love language is this type of security. Your love language and your attachment style, you get anxious, you might detach. That conflicts with my love language. And hold on. That conflicts with my love language, and we just might not be compatible. Cool. So nonetheless, I was feeling some type of way, and this kind of threw me over the edge. And I do feel like because it was my born day, I'm a bit more on edge with this scenario. We're out at this packed ass bar, and mind you, I already felt like I was being ignored by her, because she was trying to give me my space. And I understand her logic, but so I come outside, and we're waiting for my other friends to join. Mind you, I got a group of people outside with me. And some guys starting to talk. My mad dudes try to talk to her. She's a beautiful, tall-ass woman. I understand that. I'm not one of them jealous types that's just going to be like, oh, you better not even look no man's direction. I'm not even on it like that. It's just, it's my birthday. We barely interacting tonight out of all nights. I'm like, would you even come for? We could have hung out tomorrow. I like didn't invite certain people just so me and you could be really extra comfortable. I'm thinking about you even though it's my birthday. Cool. I see her talking to a guy. And the conversation is long enough. I mean, a good 5 minute, whatever, long conversation. And I see phones getting taken out. I'm boiling at this point. And it's really the combination of me feeling ignored plus seeing you like you're not talking to me but you're having this long ass conversation with this random dude in front of my friends. And I know that sounds really bad for a monogamous situation, or I just think in general, here's where here's where the difference is, right? Because some people apparently like, you know, whoever she talked to is just like, oh, but he's polyamorous. You should be able to just do whatever you want, and you should be able to just blah blah blah. So one thing's for sure, I'm still respectful. And I've never bagged a chick in front of her. I've never even got someone's Instagram in front of her. Even though I am polyamorous and I'm open, it's still a respect. You still have to respect the person you're with. Even if y'all not together, even if it's just love there and you're friends and, you know, it's just a certain amount of respect for a person's feelings where it's just like, all right, on my own time, I'll let this man charm me up or whatever. Mind you, they were talking about some business stuff. I didn't learn that till afterwards. Apparently he is in the same line of work as she is. I'm not one of these dumbass, born yesterday ass niggas. I know how I get down. I know us men with charm. Yeah, it might come across as business at first. It might be like, oh, let's exchange Instagrams. Yeah, we're gonna what alpha male be saying, orbiting. We're gonna orbit that coochie until it's time. Until we sense vulnerability. We're gonna orbit. Yeah, it's gonna start off as an Instagram follow. Could easily mature into something else. Could easily mature into, oh, I'm here, pull up. Oh, take my math now. Take this. Could easily turn into whatever. You're seeing a person's stories. Come on, I'm not dumb, and we're not gonna play dumb like an Instagram follow can't even start off as business and turn into something. You were talking to an attractive man. You're an attractive woman. He clearly was flirting with you at first, but it turned into business. Cool. Now here's where the difference is as to why. First of all, it's not a double standard to me. One, I'm like, okay, yes, I did a lot that night. I was motorboating titties. I had me a little 3-way kiss with my old partner and another woman. Listen, but so here's the moment. 'Cause I know people gonna be looking at me like, oh, hypocrite. I'm not. I don't see myself dating a woman that's not into women. Also, I don't see how that would work. You would really, and I'm not saying nothing is impossible. I don't think it's impossible for me to ever become monogamous again. I don't even think that's impossible. I think there's a possibility. Maybe there is somebody that's like enough for me on all levels. Maybe there is. I'm never going to say never. And maybe there is a woman who don't necessarily got to be into women also, and we could find a way to make this work. But for me, it's like, okay, if I know you're also into women, you're down for the 3-way, and we're low-key kind of recruiting for a third, we both have this same agenda for women. And even if you're not as attractive, I know, yeah, okay, you like guys and girls. Cool, I don't. But the thing we do have in common is a woman, right? So if we're both flirting with a woman, or even if I'm talking to a woman in a spot, and I'm like, because I'm not one of these dumb dudes who does the stuff that women typically say, which is, oh, you're gonna leave me for her. That's the stupidest shit in the world to me. Why would I leave you for the side piece? Why would I leave the plug who is going to allow me to really be myself? If you're really gonna allow me to be myself, if you're really about this life, why would I leave that just for some side pussy that's probably not in, like, like, that's just not, I'm very logical. That's not logical. So my thing is, if I am talking to a woman in front of my partner, whoever this partner is going to be, it's for both of us. There's no way I'm gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, I'm by myself. You know, shit, I don't got nobody here. I'm just chilling. No, I'm gonna be like, hey, what's even the night of my birthday, I felt like the man that night. Some little short Mexican girl walked past me, staring at me. She was drunk on some drunk girl shit, and like was like, "Do you have a girlfriend?" And I froze because I'm like, And my old partner is standing right next to me, and she never was my girlfriend. But I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Yeah, I'm single" or some shit. I am single, but if someone that is like my partner, whatever, that even if we're off and a question like that gets thrown at me, I turned around and I said, no, I don't have a girlfriend, but if I did, it would be her. And by the way, I'm polyamorous. What's up? This is how I handle things. I'm trying to have it so that we can all have fun. I'm not the type that's going to dip off and like get a number for myself or bag somebody I can do that on my own time. I can do that every day I go to work. I can bag somebody and get a number if I really wanted to, if I really put my mind to it. So if we're out and about and we're together, you're into women, I'm into women, it's not a double standard for us to only fuck with women. It's not a double standard. You're into it. I'm not into guys. I don't really care to talk to guys unless I'm like in network and rapper mode. And like, yeah, I'm not attracted to them. I'm not bi. I don't really connect with a lot of dudes, to be honest with you, on some regular shit. I connect more with women, I feel like. And yeah, like nah, I don't want a woman that is on this, oh, so I can't talk to other. See, this is the thing. This is why I can't be with a woman that is strictly dickly. Like if you only like guys, it's gonna be tough to date somebody like me because one woman is not enough. It's never been enough for me. Sexually, mentally, spiritually, physically, like all the illies. Never been enough for me. Never. Conversationally, never been. One woman has never been enough for me. I always feel like I'm like holding myself back or like teeter-tottering or like, you know, trying to avoid meeting other women just so I don't drive whoever I'm with crazy. But really and truly, ideally, I need a woman that's both into women also. You got to love women like I do. And if we both do, that's going to be our focus, and that would be our relationship as far as focus, as far as like fun time and flirting with someone else time. You're into women and guys. I'm into women. The commonality is woman. If you're getting a guy by yourself, that's no fun for me. So, yeah, does this not make logical sense? Swiping on dating apps, I swear, you be seeing like some of I always laugh when I see bisexual monogamous. I'm like, whoever that basketball player's face that's like with the question marks. Like, what? You want both men and women, but you're monogamous? You want to be with just me, but you are attracted to both? Like, okay, you could have discipline and not, whatever with other, you could have that discipline and not necessarily have to flirt or be with somebody else or be with a woman while you're with, but it's just like, come on, like you want both, but you want me to just only have you. That shit cracks me up every time. But, yeah, nah, that's the poly logic to me. That's the poly logic. That's what makes sense to me. Somebody put in the comments why it don't make sense. If you're also into women and I love women and you are open to you don't necessarily have to be, just because you're into women don't mean you want a threesome, don't mean, I get that. And don't mean you want to share, I get that. But if you understand that you're dealing with somebody that's poly, that would like this, that kind of needs this, is either we gonna share me or I'm just gonna have something on my own time, if we're both understanding of the poly nature that I am, and we're both into women, I don't want you talking to guys in front of me. Even you're gonna do it anyway. Do it on your own time. Do it when I'm not looking. Do it on your own time. Like, don't and I get that. I get so women deal with a lot of crazy ass dudes. A lot of dudes out here is really hurt, don't got no backbone, don't got no confidence in themselves. They don't get no bitches, to be honest. And when you don't get no bitches as a man, you become dangerous. You become angry. You become a burden to society, to be honest. I truly feel like that. You a man that don't get bitches. You never got bitches in your life. You got a scarcity mindset. You don't think you'll ever be able to pull another one. If a woman hurts your feelings, you might pull out a knife and stab him because you're yeah, you don't have anything going for yourself, you know. So women deal with a lot. Women deal with a lot of shit that trust me, I don't have to deal with that as much, nowhere near as much as a woman does. The threats of a man and a man approaching a woman and a man feeling rejected, you know, a bird hurt. Yeah, so I get that. You don't have to be an asshole to the guy and completely, you know, risk your life, you know, just to make me happy. You don't have to do that either, but I think to I don't think it's asking for a lot if you're into women. Now, if you're not into women, that's different. Then I'm asking you to do some shit that like you're not attracted to another woman. I wouldn't even ask you to do some shit like that. But yeah, nah, it's a natural double standard for this poly logic. It will always be that because again, I'm not a bi man. I only love women, and if you love women, let's get women together. Who's up in here saying, yo, what you got to say? Old Restless, what's up? I'm about to tap out and roll up and continue my day unless you got a comment or to add to this. Somebody in the comments, if you're watching this on the replay, add your feedback. What do you think? Am I making sense? Am I making sense? I want a woman that is bi-ish. You don't even gotta be like, you know, bi-ish. Be into women, right? And we'll get women together. But that doesn't mean you're getting women and men. Like, you know what I mean? You might have to run this back, Old Restless. But basically, the rant is, my logic is, as a poly man who's been just adamant, I've been adamant more upfront with my poly life and what I want. If I'm seeing a woman that's bi and into men and women, let's get women together. That does not mean that like, oh, just because I'm poly and I want multiple women, that you can have multiple women and men. And look, if that's what you want as a woman, fine, be that. I'm not, look, set your boundaries. That's what you want. I'm saying, me, logically, I don't want that. I don't want a woman that wants multiple men and women. It's like, we're going to get women together, or we could just do our own thing separately. Because again, I'm not into men. But if you're actually into the women, you know, you're not just doing that to please your man. It's a win for you also. Like, it's a win for both of us. That's not selfish. I don't even think that's a double standard. If logically, if we're both into something, we do that together, then let's do that together. That just because women just love saying, oh, you're poly, so that means I can have multiple dudes, right? Like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, man. Watch this replay back. Let me know what y'all think, man. Put something in the comments. I think this makes perfect poly logic, and yeah, I'd like to hear what y'all think. More music coming, definitely coming very soon. Tap in with me if you're not following me on IG, passport_Rav. Bandcamp, I'm going to be selling NFCs of my next album. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. What's this Cameron promo? Oh, there. Oh shit. Yeah, Cameron promo. There we go. I gotta update this. Maybe I'll add some Cash App information for those that wanna contribute anything. But make sure you follow me on Bandcamp, Instagram, if you're interested in my music. If you're interested in my music, if you're not already following me, my next album is gonna be a great one. Appreciate y'all, and leave some comments of what y'all think about this, man. What y'all think about this poly logic, poly math. Peace, Soul Restless. As soon as this is over, watch the replay, leave some comments. Peace to y'all.